Okay, Angela, do you have something to add here? Because I'm going to go work on the radar for just a second. We want to zoom in on the Marion County area for that possible tornado.
I tell you what I do have to add to that, John, is that we will not be returning to Indianapolis right now. You mentioned that the severe weather, of course, is hitting Indianapolis really hard as well. In fact, it has affected our signal, so we will not be returning you to our special Defending the Dream. That is over with now. We are going to be staying with Storm Center 3, which is in full effect right now, giving you the best coverage possible on these unconfirmed tornadoes that have touched down in several areas of wave country. Charles, do you have something else?
Angela, we're getting some reports into our newsroom right now that parts of Clark County and Jeffersonville area are getting socked pretty good with hail right now, marble size and larger through some portions of the county. We have not had any reports of damage as of yet. We do have some damage reports from Bonneville area in Hart County where a car reported flipped over. That, of course, is going to be concurrent with the severe thunderstorm and tornado warnings that are in effect there. Right now, we have a tornado warning that is in effect for eastern Nelson County and Washington County until 8:15 p.m. So, as John said, we will have the tornado warnings running across the top of your screen. We'll keep them up there as long as they are in effect, and as soon as any more damage reports come into our newsroom, we will pass them on to you.
And we had thought at first that the areas that were getting the bulk of the damage from the hail and so forth were in some of the southern counties, south of Jefferson County rather, but we do have reports now that some areas in southern Jefferson County are getting some hail, areas like Pleasure Ridge Park. We heard John mention other areas in southern Jefferson County, even downtown. We've had reports of some pea-sized hailstones. So we understand that this line of storms is moving into Jefferson County as well, John. Yeah, and
this is we say thunderstorms, no tornadoes have been reported with the storm here in Louisville, Angela. And I've got the metro radar punched up here now, and we'll take a look at that here. Okay, here's the worst of the storm. Again, this has moved through Louisville now with marble to golf ball size hail. The worst part of the storm now extending from near Sellersburg, then over, this is between, here's Jeffersonville, here's Charlestown, between Jeff and Charlestown, crosses the river in the Prospect, Goshen areas, and extends over almost to Interstate 71. This storm's going to go right up the river through far eastern Clark County and central and northwestern Oldham County. Again, up to golf ball size hail is possible with that thunderstorm there. And we're going to get you, so let's go over to the next rad. Let's go to the graphics 1 here. And then when we come back, I am going to zoom you in on Marion County here because we've had this possible tornado in the eastern Nelson and the Washington County areas you need to take cover. I'm very concerned about this storm moving into western Marion County. That has caused tornado damage. We have no official tornado warning in effect for Marion County at this point. And again, this line bowing out here will produce damaging wind gusts in the Jasper, French Lick, West Baden, Paoli areas out across southwest Indiana. So we have, if you look at it, it's like 3 lines of storms. We have this first line here with the two separate tornado warnings, eastern Nelson, Washington area, and a possible tornado now moving into Marion County. We have this separate line here. All 3 of these cells, they're not real big, but they have produced golf ball size. All of these have produced golf ball size hail. And then we have this third line that is producing some damaging wind gusts, and we still have to contend with those thunderstorms as the evening goes on. So that's the situation as it stands right now. And again, you say that, Angela, we're going to stay with us through the top of the hour here as weather problems in Indianapolis with the program up there.
Right, we're going to continue to give you weather coverage as long as the situation warrants it. Right now, we do want to take a break, but we will be back with more from Storm Center 3 in a moment.
Okay, we want to bring you some damage reports from downstate Kentucky here. We had some damage in the Bonneville area. We've also had several buildings with quite a bit of damage near Rineyville from that storm that moved across Hardin County earlier. And now the latest word we have, and remember, we had talked about one of our viewers had called from Magnolia. They had spotted the tornado. And again, we want to give this phone number out. Any of our viewers downstate that have experienced damage, if you've seen damage, heard of damage, 1-800-800-WAVE, 1-800-800-9283. So 2 800s there, and then the 9283. But Magnolia, early reports are there's quite a bit of damage from a direct hit from a tornado in Magnolia. That's in southern LaRue County. The police are assessing the situation now. We have no reports on injuries at this point from that storm. But that storm has since moved into Marion County here. Officially, we have no warnings for Marion County I do want to caution you folks watching us in the Lebanon area, in the New Market area. This storm has produced a tornado with significant damage, and also it has produced golf ball size hail. So if the weather looks unusually threatening, Lebanon, New Market, Bradfordsville, get ready to take cover at this point. Let's go ahead and switch over to the graphics 1 here. And Craig, come on in here. And
yeah, I went ahead and moved this over, John, so that we can check out that area close to Marion County. And I'm noticing back down here just to the east of Bowling Green toward the Glasgow area, we're getting some pretty hefty thunderstorms moving into that area as well. Right now, the heavier downpours that we've been watching over the past hour or so now making their way to the east through Marion County. You folks over in Shelby County, watch out as well. You're going to see some of this coming into your area. And, of course, John's been talking about the areas near Prospect where the line of thunderstorms beginning to move through there, too.
And we have it now for Marion County. Go ahead and switch back over here. A tornado warning for Marion County. We've been told to folks in that county to take cover before it moved in. Yeah. National Weather Service tells us right in this area, tornado, now they're telling us, Weather Service is telling us at this point it's a radar update. They've had no additional touchdown reports here, but this tornado is in the New Market vicinity in areas just right west of New Market. It appears that the tornado-producing part of the thunderstorm will pass south of Lebanon. But in the New Market area, this is a dangerous situation because the damage started in the Bonneville, went through Magnolia. You know, in Bonneville, we had reports of cars overturned. In Magnolia, we've had a number of homes damaged or destroyed. And now this tornado is in the New Market area, Craig.
So this entire cell is gradually making its way to the east. So for those of you to the east of the Lebanon area, those of you near Bradfordsville, and especially if you live just to the north of Bradfordsville, that's the area we're going to be watching most closely. The most intense precipitation right now showing up right here is going to be tracking back toward the northeastern part of the county. So it's going to be making its way in this direction. If you live in these areas, you're going to want to make sure that you've got a safe place to go to over the next few minutes because it does look like you're going to see some intense rain coming down, some high winds, and once again, possibility of a tornado still up in the air moving through this area just above New Market, so it'll be making its way to the northeast. And of course, as John indicated a moment ago, we've seen a lot of damage from this particular system back out to the west, moving through the southern sections of Hardin County and making its way eastward on into the Bonneville area, now making its way to the northeast.
Okay, Craig, just in, Weather Service has issued a tornado warning for Oldham and Trimble counties until 8:15.
That's Oldham and Trimble counties until 8:15.
I haven't switched that over to graphics 1 for a minute.
Let's take a look at
I'm going to get
graphics
this
1
fixed
and
up
see
on
if
the
we
radar
can,
here.
Okay. Yeah, the one we're talking about, the cell we're talking about, is this particular one. That's the tornado warning until 8:15, making its way right along the river, so along River Road into Oldham County. And once again, this is a pretty intense cell. I can vouch for that one because that's one of the ones I drove through on the way into the office here a few minutes ago. That's the one that also had the small pea-sized hail in the downtown area a few minutes ago and continues to pick up some strength as it's making its way up to the northeast. So once again, tornado warning in effect for that area. That is Oldham County until 8:15. So if you live in that area, now would be the time for you to go to the safe spot in your home. And remember, that's the lowest level of your home, the most interior part of your home. Could be a closet, could be a bathroom, could be a hallway. Get away from all the outside walls, but go to the lowest level of your home. That's going to be the safest place. If you have 2 stories on your home, obviously we're talking about the first level. If you have a basement, go to the basement. So we're talking about a severe thunderstorm and possibly a tornado, and this is a tornado warning moving up into Oldham County over the next few minutes. Now it's actually making its way almost to the northeastern part of Oldham County and rapidly making its way to the northeast, and we'll be moving into parts of Henry County, also Carroll County. Look out because it's coming your way as well. So it looks like this one is going to continue making its way to the northeast. And the systems down south we've been watching once again too in Marion County. Another line making its way back out to the west. We're going to keep an eye on that one. It's beginning to bow a little bit, and when you start to see a bow echo start to form on some of these storm cells like that, you can expect some very gusty winds. Earlier this afternoon, reports of even 2-inch size hail from some of these storms that were back in parts of Illinois as they were making their way to the east, along with some of those bow echoes that were showing up there, John.
All right, Craig, I've got the Oldham County radar. Go ahead and punch that up there on graphics 2.